So I got this question that I want to answer. How do you navigate between who you were and who you want to be? Now, I truly understand this dilemma because I'm in the midst of this dilemma now. There's a lot of ways that, I've been thinking. So I came up in the industry predominantly working at a studio in a corporate environment for the past couple of years. I've been running my own company and that's been going well. But I still have a thought process from the old me that sometimes disrupts the new me, if that makes sense. If you get what I'm saying, please put some high fives in the comments so I know I'm not alone here. And so the way that I was thinking suited me as an executive, but sometimes the way that I was thinking doesn't suit me now as a producer and author and TV personality, so on and so forth, right? So one of the things that I learned was that I had to kind of write down, okay, here's who I was and here's how I thought. Here's who I really want to be. And what I want to be is not necessarily transforming myself into something different, but just becoming more of who I really am in my heart. And so when I wrote down, here's who I was, here's who I want to be, I realized I had to write in the middle, what are the things that are keeping me from it? And the number one thing that has been keeping me from who I was and who I want to be is the way that I think. I still have a lot of tapes from when I was younger of, you're not going to make it. Being the middle child of three boys, those tapes play in my head of not always feeling wanted, not always fitting in. So all of these things still play in my head. So as I'm trying to lean into who I really want to be and who I feel I am, those voices, my thought process, my energy, my feelings become disrupted because my mindset has not yet become that of the person I know I am and who I want to be. So one of the biggest things that I would encourage if you relate to this dilemma is really working on reprogramming your mind, your prayers, your asking God, please help me think differently. Help me think as the person you've created me to be, not as the person that I was. The other thing is to it's almost like you have to put that person to rest. And so a lot of times we've done things as that person, that older person, we're guilty, we have shame. We got to ask for forgiveness and we have to move on. Because when we replay those tapes of guilt and shame from the old person we used to be, it disrupts the new person that we're becoming. So it's really, really important to acknowledge, yeah, you may have done some things you're not proud of, but to no longer allow the guilt and shame from those things to disrupt who you are called to be and what you really want to do. One of the last things that I would say, and I can go on this topic, I may even write a book about this topic because I'm relating to it so much. Because I do feel like, when you're trying to become something, it's a process and it's painful and it's difficult. I saw this image that really blew me away, which is the third point that I want to bring up, which is you just have to give it time and be persistent. You can't give up. Changing your mentality, becoming who you really want to be is going to take time and practice. And one of the images that I saw that was so powerful was of a caterpillar that was in a cocoon hanging off of a tree, because in the cocoon, when caterpillars are becoming butterflies, they find a branch and they go in the cocoon and whatnot. And so somebody went up to the cocoon thinking that, oh, I want to help the butterfly by cutting it. So they cut the cocoon, and what happened? The caterpillar, as it was transforming to the butterfly, died. Why? Because the process of transformation was being shortchanged. You can't rush it. You can't rush it. You may feel like you're in that cocoon and it hurts and you're in pain and you're overwhelmed and you feel the pressure. Why? Because you're changing. And anytime you try to move through it faster, you could disrupt the very thing that you're trying to speed up. So it's not going to be easy, but you got to commit to the process. And know, here, you're becoming who you really want to be. You're making decisions for that person. But it's going to take time sometimes for life to catch up with the decision that you've made. But don't rush it. All right, y'all. Hope that helps. I'm DeVon. Praying for your success.